Hey guys, people, welcome back to the Hope Dealer podcast with me, Mercedes, your host. This is episode 43 and it is entitled Do Not Rush the Season. Guys, people, many times in my life, I have, and I know I'm not the only one, I have been walking through a very painful season, and I've wanted it to hurry up and pass. I wanted to hurry up and get to the next thing, the next season. It's like getting to the next best thing. But what I've learned in this season, even though it has not been easy, it's been hard. Okay, and I'm currently in a waiting season and in a season where things are happening in my life, with different people that are in my life. And I'm wanting it to change. I want to see a change already, in them. And I want to see a change in me already. And I want, this to happen, the things I'm waiting for. I want them to happen. But more than wanting to see these things come to pass, I want to get what God wants me to get in this season more than wanting to see the next best thing in the next season happen and the things that I'm waiting for and for my child, to be free, be delivered. God's people, I paused for a minute because I just, like many mothers, I am waiting to see my children saved, my child saved. I'm waiting for the trajectory of my child to turn around, for God's purpose and for the good. I'm going to keep moving because it'll bring you to tears. If you're a mother waiting for your child to be delivered, saved, renewed, their mind renewed and everything, you waiting for them to come to God and see Him as their source and allow Him to change them, no matter how old they are. Like, I feel like any mother that knows God, this is just something that is big for them, so I'm waiting for certain things and God's moving, and it's like sometimes when He's moving, things will happen that it looks bad, it looks bad, but it's for the good of everyone, and He's working. I just had a talk with Him before turning this camera on, and He's doing it. He's working on me and my children's behalf, and I've seen so much growth, in some of my children, and it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. So back to don't rush the season. Don't rush God. We can't rush His hand. He don't move because we crying and we can't take it and this and that and how much longer. That's not what He's moving on. It's not that He's not concerned, because He's concerned about the things that concerns us, but He don't move on that. He don't move on your emotion because you're feeling ready to go. You ready to go, but He don't move because you're ready to go. God moves on faith and timing. God is intentional, and it's all in His timing. And in this season, what it has taught me the most this whole year is I hear you. I heard the prayer. I'm concerned about you. I'm with you. This is all God talking to me. These are the things that I've learned over this past year. I'm with you, Mercedes. I hear you. I love you. I'm concerned. You lack nothing. You will lack nothing. I will provide. I will make provisions. And you will see my hand on your life, in your life, in the ones you love life, when I'm ready to show my hand. Not when you ready, but when I'm ready. Okay, I'm here with you and I'm here for you. I've learned that God is with us in seasons of lack, seasons of uncertainty, seasons um, of health when your health ain't right, seasons of uncomfortableness. I mean, he's with us in every season, God's people. Whether it is good or bad, there is a lesson to be learned, to be gained from life, period. Whether you're in a good season or a bad season, or a waiting season or an uncertain season, whatever the season may be, God is with us, okay? And he has it all worked out. You ain't got it worked out. You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't have a clue. You don't know when your kid is going to be saved. You don't know. You don't know when you're going to make a move. You need to move, but you don't know how you're going to move. You don't know these things. You need a bill paid, but you don't know how the bill is going to get paid. You need a new car, but you don't know how you're going to get the new car. It's called wait. Wait on the Lord. Trust in God. This is when you need to activate your faith and remember the past things, the past seasons, when you were uncomfortable and God came through and showed up and showed out on your behalf. This is when we need to really remember. Because if you're living, that means God has showed up and showed out in your life. And I mean, if you can't think of nothing but, oh, he woke me up, and I'm breathing, and I can see, and I have activities of my limbs. Oh, and I can go and turn on a light in my house, and I can open a refrigerator, and I can get something to drink, and I can get something to eat to nourish my body. Oh, and I can go and take a walk. All the things that some people in this life wish that they can do, you can do it. You're doing it. You don't need to remember. You just need to take a look around. Take a moment, pause. This is what this year has taught me. Pause. Stop. You anticipate always. We're not supposed to be here on this earth complacent. That ain't why we were born. It's not why we were born. We're not supposed to succumb to complacency, but we are supposed to be content. And you can be excited and optimistic and, ready for the next season. But I've also learned to prepare. So take the time while you're waiting to prepare for the next season, to prepare for the things that you have prayed for. Because a lot of times it was like oxymoron. I'm ready to move, God. I'm ready for the next season. This is me. And this is a lot of people. But how you ready? This God. How you ready and you don't even know, you ain't got the business plan wrote out. You ain't got a mission statement. You don't know the steps. So when I bless you with the finances or with the resources or with the partner, or you ain't ready. You waiting on a child, a husband, and so that you can have a baby, or you're with your husband already, y'all about to have and y'all waiting to be blessed with waiting for God to bless your womb. Have you healed? You so ready for what you prayed for, but have you healed from past traumas so that you don't bleed on the blessing, so that you don't destroy the blessing? This is God asking us. Have you done the necessary things to obtain the blessing that you're so ready to receive? You're so uncomfortable. You're like this. Ooh, God, take me out. Get me out. This is me. I'm talking about myself. And, I'm ready, God. I'm so uncomfortable. You're tense because you're so uncomfortable. But have you done the necessary things? Have you gotten close to, and I learned this yesterday, but I've learned it over this last year too. But it was brought back to me yesterday. Have you spent time with me? So when the blessing comes, the foundation is firm. It's firm so that there's nothing that can seep through to get in between you and I, the person who gave you the blessing. So you always remember to keep the right mind and the right heart posture. And remember that I blessed you so that you can bless others and show my glory, not your glory. And so that you know you have the discernment to make the right choices with the blessing. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, so that you can keep the blessing. God's people, I'm learning that it ain't all about getting to the next. It's about now. I'm so thankful for this year. A lot of times, I'm going to do a testimony soon about being waiting or being in a hard time of your life. Yes, this year was hard. It was so many ups and downs. I feel like I cried the most I've ever cried this year. And I have learned so much, gained so much knowledge and wisdom. My relationship has gotten stronger with the Lord. It's been a blessing, but although it's been a blessing, it's been uncomfortable at times. Right now, it's uncomfortable because I am waiting. When you're waiting, it's uncomfortable. But if you decide to, in those uncomfortable moments, just know that God, it's done. It's done. So what I'm waiting for is already done in the spirit. It's done. I don't see it in the natural, but I can decide to just believe that it's done and that God already worked it out and that he has good plans for me, plans to prosper me, not to harm me, plans to give me a hope in the future, plans to prosper my children and my family and not to harm them and to give them hope in the future. If I believe these things, then it makes it easier on me. And if I abide in him and abide in his word, then it is just easier. If I spend my time meditating on the good things, on things that are noble, things that are true, and not allowing the enemy or myself to lie to me and say, dang, this is taking too long. When is it going to change? When is she going to, realize that this isn't the life that she should be living? When are they going to do this? And when? Then it's easier. It makes the waiting season, the current season, easier. And then also I'm learning to live in the moment. Just live in the moment. Over this past year, it ain't been easy. It ain't easy being greasy, okay? So I ain't gonna sit here and lie and act like everything is perfect. I don't like to do that because at the end of the day, we all know that ain't nothing on this world, in this life, in this world, perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. I don't care how they try to portray that it's perfect. It's not. But if you got God, when I think about Jesus, what he's done for me, when I think about Jesus and how he set me free, I could dance. Okay. When you got God, then you have everything that you need. You got everything that you need. Yeah, you might, in the natural, need toilet tissue and need money and you need your kids to act right and you need your man to act right and you need this and you need a new car and you need this, you need a house. You might be, but bring it back. I got God. I got everything because he's going to make sure you have what you need. He's going to make sure of it. Remember, he don't move on feelings. Do you have faith enough to believe that it's going to happen? It's going to happen. He ain't going to let you be down bad like that. But also you need to believe and also you need to do everything in your human capability to meet God. Okay? So live in the moment. Live in the moment. I've been learning to live in the moment because that's it. That's it. I've said it many a times. This very moment is all that we have. And I'm starting to believe, not believe, but know that all I have is right now, this very second. Okay? December the 1st at 2025, 12:09. All I got is this second. Ain't nothing else guaranteed to us. Okay? So why am I worried about what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen next month or next year? Or why am I worried about things that I cannot change, that only adds years and stress to my body? And remember, body keeps score. So all this stress, added stress that we're stressing about and we're worried about, and it contradicts our belief in our Father if we're so concerned and worried about all the things that we lack, or all the things we can't control. We may lack, we may can't control, we may be uncertain, all these things. Why are we worried about these things? What can worry do for us? It doesn't add one more day. So I want to live in the moment. Breathe in, God's people, breathe out. Take in the moment. Enjoy every second. I spent so many years in survival mode, and in survival mode with a lack, scarcity, poverty mentality, because I didn't know no better. Wow, man, it feel good to know the truth, man. It feel good to know the truth. It feel good to just live in the moment, and all these things have happened because of God. I didn't create the lifestyle that I'm living right now and the mindset that I have and that I'm obtaining. It's all through being saved by Jesus Christ, reborn, okay? And knowing the truth through him and his word, through God, the Father, and the Son, is how I got here. And I'm going to tell anyone that I can tell, anyone that will listen, I'll let you know. It feels good to be present. The life God has given me, I ain't got to go from this job to the next job because I'm working 2 jobs and then a hustle and all these things. That life is for the world. God don't give us a life that we're hustling, bustling, and we can't think, we can't spend time with the family. That is not from God. You gonna work, but you ain't about to be numb on a hamster wheel. And I'm so thankful for the life he's given me, because I can be present. I can love on my children as they, want to accept that love. I could have time to say, hey, let's do this. Let's go for a walk. And I have time to heal. I have time to be in the moment, be present. And I'm so thankful to God for that. Okay. I am so thankful. I can actually breathe and breathe a sigh of relief because I got God. I know I have him. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing. And it's not that I don't still, have a feeling of that, a worry or something like that, but it is far and few. And even when it starts to rise, my human emotions, I have to check them. You should check your human emotion when you're in God, and remember who we serve. Remember who is in control. Remember who got you, who's with you. He's with me right now in this moment. I cried before pushing play because I had to sit through something that I didn't want to sit through concerning my child this morning. Something that is hurtful. And if I didn't have God, I'd be taken out by it. Because it's one thing for us to do something as adults or as a person, but to see your child going through something you don't want them to go through, and this ain't right, it is, man, it does something, and if I didn't have God, man, so he's with me. He's with you. He's with you, God's people. in the moments where you want the next thing, where you're tired of waiting, your soul has gotten weary, your whole everything is weary, your body, your mind, your soul, everything is weary, your spirit. He's with you. And if you abide in him, know the word, read the word, talk to him, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better. You're going to have that knowing. They know I don't see what I prayed for. And no, it don't look like what you promised me, God. And no, and no. And I don't see the change, God. He's doing it. He's working. He's working, God's people. I also, and I'll wait for that because that's a whole nother video, but there is a lesson and a blessing in every season of life, good or bad. And I have learned, especially times of sorrow, grief, uncertainty, pain, brokenness. That is where character is built. Okay, that is where I have gotten closer to God. Let me stop because that's my testimony. In them seasons of pressure, when I felt like I was in the pressure cooker, is where I really truly met God. You know, God's people, there's a lesson and a blessing in every season, okay? It's up to us. It's up to us how we choose to receive, what is happening to us. How we choose to steward what is happening to us and steward that season is it's like a ripple effect. How I choose to steward the season that I'm currently in is I'm going to see it in the next season. Okay? So if I spent this whole season murmuring, complaining, thinking that was going to change something, and every moment so uncomfortable, and every moment hoping for the next, and every moment not choosing to change me, change my mind, then I'm going to see it in the next season. And you ain't going, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to get what you was hoping for. You're not, because you ain't ready. So then you repeat the same season again. Okay? So live in the moment, God people. Live in the moment. Take a walk. Breathe in the fresh air. Look at the beautiful sights that your Father has made. All of the beautiful things. Everything here is just beautiful. As long as you choose to see that it's beautiful, then it's beautiful. And it just is. Every moment is a moment to be cherished, God's people. Okay? I put it right here. So I understand now that every season, every moment, every hard moment, every easy moment, every delightful moment, every discouraging moment, every painful moment, every uncertain moment in this life, in my life, in your life, is a moment to live and learn from. Okay? Learn from God's people. It's just a blessing to be here, to be alive. No matter where you are in life, on life's stature, on life's levels, in poverty, living, barely getting by, have more than enough, have abundance, wherever you are in the world's category, of happiness and joy. Enjoy wherever you are, because remember, there is someone here on this earth that is about to take their last breath and wish that they can enjoy anything that you got. someone that is no longer here enjoying life, someone who does not want to be here enjoying life, someone who has not even a fraction of what you have, someone that cannot talk, someone that cannot walk, someone that cannot see, someone that cannot hear. Okay, remember these things. Say a prayer for those people and enjoy what you got, God's people. Live in the moment. Take every moment in that you have with people that God has blessed you with, that you have. Okay? I'm ending this podcast with Matthew 6, verse 34. Chapter 6, verse 34 says, "So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow brings its own worries. Today's troubles are enough for today." Okay, God's people? You ain't getting nothing extra for worrying. If anything, is letting God know they don't trust me. They don't trust me enough with their future. They don't trust me enough with their life. They don't trust me enough with their children. Those are his kids. I also have to remember the children that God blessed me to steward, those are his children. They belong to him. You know, my mom always used to say, y'all belong to God before you belong to me. And it's the truth. They're not. God will give us something and we'll think, oh, it's mine. No, it's not. It doesn't belong to us. Not the children, not your life, not anything that is earthly and tangible. None of this stuff belongs to us. It all belongs to God. So maybe that'll help somebody. God's people, God loves you. And so do I. Until next time.